Have you ever sent a message and stared at the screen, waiting, hoping, watching those three dots that vanish before a reply ever comes? It's that sinking feeling, the hollow silence on the other end, the unanswered call, the text left unread, and suddenly your mind is no longer yours. You begin to spiral. What did I do wrong? Was I not good enough? But what if I told you this silence, this ache in your chest, is not your enemy, but your invitation, an invitation to discover strength you didn't know existed, an invitation to master yourself. Because when a woman ignores you, it's not the end, it's the beginning of something much more powerful. There is a kind of quiet power that the ancient Stoics knew well. It's the strength of the man who does not panic when the world goes quiet, the one who does not beg for attention but stands tall in the silence, unmoved. You don't chase what is running from you. You don't lose yourself trying to hold on to someone who has already let go. Instead, you turn inward, you go deeper, you transform. This is not about her anymore. This is about you. When someone pulls away, your first reaction may be to chase them, to explain yourself, to try harder. But the Stoics would say, pause, feel your heart racing, acknowledge it, but do not let it control you. Breathe into the silence, because in that pause is your power. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond. You are not a slave to your emotions. You are the master of your response. Every moment you spend wondering why she isn't responding is a moment stolen from your own greatness. So reclaim it. Don't ask why she's silent. Ask why you're so shaken by it. Don't wonder what she's thinking. Wonder why her attention has become the air you breathe. You are not built to be dependent on anyone's approval. You are built to walk through fire with your eyes open and your head high. Imagine this. A man sits by a lake, watching the water ripple in stillness. He is unbothered, not because he lacks emotion, but because he understands it. This is your goal, to be calm not because you are numb, but because you are grounded. Grounded in the truth that you have value, whether or not someone else sees it. She may have gone silent, but that doesn't mean your worth has vanished. It doesn't mean you've failed. Sometimes silence is her story, not yours. It's her fear, her distraction, her indecision. Or maybe it's nothing at all. But even if it is something, your strength comes from not needing an answer, from standing tall in the unknown. So what do you do when she ignores you? You stop needing her to validate your feelings. You stop seeking closure from the one who gave you confusion. You give yourself what she withheld, presence. You turn the spotlight inward. You ask yourself, what kind of man do I want to be when I don't get what I want? You start to write again. You read. You move your body. You connect with your own thoughts. You reclaim the time you almost spent begging for crumbs. Because a man who honors himself doesn't settle for scraps of attention. He demands respect, not through words, but through actions, through presence, through peace. There is beauty in restraint, power in silence. When you don't react, when you hold your ground, you send a message louder than any reply you could have sent. I am whole, even when you're gone. That's the message that leaves an impression. Not desperation, not chasing, but calm clarity. And clarity is rare. Stillness is a weapon, but not to hurt others, to defend your soul. When you practice patience instead of panic, you give yourself space to see clearly. Maybe she's not meant for your story. Maybe she's a test, not a destination. Maybe her silence is your redirection, not your rejection. The Stoics didn't fear loss, they prepared for it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning that everything he loved could be taken from him and still he would carry on. That's not cold, it's freeing. It's the reminder that you do not belong to anyone and no one belongs to you. You are responsible for how you show up in the world, not how others respond. So show up fully, even when ignored. Show up with grace, not bitterness, with strength, not pride, with truth, not excuses. Because if someone can ignore the richness of your presence, that is their loss, not yours. This is not about making her regret. This is about making sure you never regret who you became in the process. If she comes back, let her meet a man who didn't pause his life waiting, a man who built himself while she was silent. If she doesn't, let her absence be the thing that pushed you deeper into your power. You don't have to play games. You don't have to manipulate or withdraw affection to get attention. You just have to be unwavering. That kind of presence is rare, and rare always gets noticed. A wise proverb says, "He who trims himself to suit everyone will soon whittle himself away." So stop shrinking. Stop adjusting your soul to fit someone else's silence. Expand. Let the quiet be the space where you grow. Let her silence be your classroom. What lesson does it teach? Maybe patience, maybe detachment, maybe clarity. Whatever it is, thank her. Thank her in your heart for the space to rise. Not because she gave it, but because you chose it. When you no longer need her reply, you are free. And in that freedom, you become magnetic. You become undeniable. Because nothing is more attractive than a man who stands firm in who he is, even when the world tries to ignore him. So don't send another text out of fear. Don't make a call to feel seen. See yourself. Speak to yourself. Build yourself. She may never respond, but your soul will. And that's the voice that matters most. You were not born to chase shadows. You were born to walk in the light of your own truth. And anyone who can't meet you there doesn't deserve to walk beside you. The silence is here. Now choose. Will it break you, or will it build you? If this spoke to you, if something inside you awakened while listening to these words, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell your story. And if you want more of this fire, this truth, this path, subscribe, because we are just getting started.